Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to create another holiday makeup look, and I was actually inspired by this Instagram photo that I found from Natasha Denona's Instagram page, and I actually quite like the green and the gold in a corner, which is very appropriate for holidays. And also I have a new palette that I wanted to try, and this is a limited edition palette from the Mecca brand, and I have tried a few products from Mecca, but not really their eyeshadow, so I'm actually quite interested to see if this one would actually work. I have swatched this in store, and oh my god, it's so pigmented and very buttery. So this is what it looks like. So you can see it's filled with neutral browns, some bronze, some like cranberries and gold and greens and stuff. So it's very appropriate for the holidays and also New Year's look. And I love the fact that it comes with a mirror as well. So the palette retails for $44 New Zealand, which is pretty affordable considering that you get 25 eyeshadow shades. And also I am going to put to the test the Nars, what's this called? Velvet Lip Glide set, and I purchased this one as well from Mecca Maxima, and this is part of their holiday collection, so I thought I would purchase this one because you get 3 shades in one box. This is what it looks like right here, and you get a nude shade, a somewhat a mauvey pink shade, and also this plummy burgundy shade, which is really good to pair with like a very bronzy smoky eye. From Colourpop, I am also going to try out this Supershock highlighter palette, and I actually have already swatched this palette, and I thought it was, you have 4 shades right there, and if you have light to medium skin tone, this would be good for you. I think you could get away if you have like a medium tan skin tone as well. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. First and foremost, I'm going to prime my face because I actually like the primer to soak in before I apply the foundation. So my primer of choice is the Covergirl True Blend Beige Business, and this is the Pore Minimizing primer. And I have already filled in my brows. To prime my eyes, I am going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is the yellow corrector because I want like a bright eyeshadow primer for the shadows to show up. Moving on to the eyeshadow palette, I love the fact that there's a base shadow in here and a black, which is a really good must-have shades when you have an eyeshadow palette. That means that you don't really have to dip into other eyeshadow palettes. Also, it has like a warm and a more like neutral transition shades, which I am all for. So the shade that I'm going to primarily use is this one, which is called Envy, and oh my gosh, look how pigmented that is. And also I think I'm going to use the shade right here called Citron, which is a nice yellow gold, and oh dear, that is so pigmented. Like, look at it. For the matte shades, I think I'm going to swatch maybe this blue one right here and maybe this brown one. And look how pigmented they are. They actually are quite smooth to the touch, which is pretty good for Mecca Max. To set my eyes, I am going to use this shade right here called Flutter. This eyeshadow palette is a little bit powdery, so just keep that in mind. That's why I chose to do my eyeshadows first, because I'm not sure how well this is going to adhere to my skin. For transition shade today, I am going to go and use this shade right here called Cacao. It's more on the taupey cool tone side, which I'm not really into when it comes to transition shade. But that one is so pigmented and it went on the eyes smoothly. I want to deepen that out a little bit, so what I'm going to do is to dip into the shade called Brunette. It has a little bit of warmth to it, but that would be good in transitioning into that green shade. So So I'm going to focus that on the outer V and into the crease and blending it out. And then I am gonna go back to the shade Cacao once again, which is that shade right here that we used before, to blend and blow up the shade a little bit higher. It's not necessarily the exact copy of the photo from the Natasha Denona Instagram photo that I showed you, but I wanted to deepen the outer V, so I'm going to go and use the shade right here called Guest List. So I'm going to focus that over here. For some reason, that shade is a little bit patchy. I'm not sure what's happening there. Like, I mean, it's packing on the color, but in terms of like you blending it, it kind of like bunched up on that area there, so I'm not sure what's happening. I'm just gonna quickly go back to Brunette once again, which is this shade right here, just to blend. So I'm going on circular motions. So now what I'm going to do is to use this finger right here that I used to swatch and apply Envy. So I'm gonna pick up that much and concentrate that from the inner part to probably like 3/4 of the eye. Oh wow, that is so intense. I love that shade. I don't want to mess up the eye anymore, so I think I'm gonna go and use like a smaller brush, so something like this, to pack on the color. Pop that and also kind of define the crease as well. I am going to go back to Guest List to blend the outer bits, and I'm going to go back to Brunette and kind of just blend that. I'm just gonna quickly apply some mascara and lashes and we'll move on to the face. So I am going to use my Marc Jacobs Full Cover Foundation and I'm in the shade Honey Medium 54. This is like honestly the most full coverage foundation that I own. All I need is a couple of dots. You don't want to do with this foundation because it can tend to go cakey. I am going to use my foundation brush for today. I kind of gotten over using sponge at the moment. I think it's because my skin is not doing so well, but as you can see, that immediately covered my face. For concealer today, I have the Born This Way multi-sculpting concealer, and this one is in the shade Warm Beige. I didn't want like a overly intense under eye, so I'm going with this one, and I am going to put the LA Girl concealer on top, just on the inner part of my eyes, because I find that that area is actually a little bit dark. And I'm going to use the same brush once again. For a little bit of contouring, I'm going to use the Rimmel Insta Duo Contour Stick. For powder today, I'm going to use the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. It's gonna go all over my black top, but for bronzer today, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Bronzer in Saddle. For blush today, I am going to go and use the MAC Fleeting Romance blush, just a teeny tiny bit. Maybe I'll mix a little bit of this one right here, which is called Drop a Pin and Class Act. Oh, that is so glittery. I did not expect that. It's pretty, but that is so glittery. So to finish off the eyes, I am going to go and use brunette because I want the lower lash line to be smoky. And I'm going to put that a little bit lower. Basically it for the lower lash line. And I am going to use a little bit of Envy. Press that into and blend it a little bit. And I am so excited for the inner corner highlight. We are going to use Citron like here, which is more of like a gold with a green undertone, which is so pretty. So I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. Boom. I really like that. And I'm just gonna quickly pop a little bit of mascara. In the photo, I think they use a nude lip. Yeah, they use a nude lip in the photo, so I think I am going to stick with this one right here, which is in the shade Camden Girl. I'm going to line my lips first with the XO Beauty lip liner, and this one is in the shade Marie. Look how cute this is. Oh, that's a perfect nude. It's very smooth and it glides on the lips very smoothly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you live in New Zealand and Australia and looking for a very affordable eyeshadow palette, try the Mecca Max eyeshadow palette. This is only $44. This video is not sponsored. I purchased this palette with my own money, and I honestly could tell you that the eyeshadows in here perform just as great as the high end. They're very buttery, they're very pigmented. Also, if you want to try out like Nars lipsticks, this bundle right here retails for, I believe, either $33 or $38 New Zealand, and you get 3 different lipsticks. I will catch you on the next video. Bye.